Many of us have beliefs that hold us back from achieving our goals. In today's podcast, we're going to discuss how to identify and overcome these limiting beliefs. So welcome to your daily dose of selfishness. Hey guys, and what's up TFS? It's your girl Funsize, and I'm back with another fun creation. Welcome to another episode on Selfish, the podcast, where we learn how to boost our self-confidence through self-discipline by breaking bad habits and unlearning what we were taught growing up. I'll be your favorite mindset coach and accountability partner, boudoir photographer, and certified body image coach. So without any more hesitation, we're going to jump into today's show. What are limiting beliefs? Limiting beliefs, literally, it's just a fancy word of saying these are the limits that we have within ourselves when it comes to the things that we believe, the things that may be stopping or hindering us from actually achieving our end goals. So that is literally the main thing I wanted to touch bases with on today's podcast. Limiting beliefs are just those negative thoughts that we hold about ourselves, our abilities, or the world around us. These beliefs can hold us back from achieving our goals and living up to our true potential. However, with the right mindset and tools, we can learn to identify and overcome our limiting beliefs, such as listening to these podcasts that you're tuning into daily, or inquiring with therapists and getting the actual help that you need when you are doing it on your own with certain self-help books. The first step in achieving and overcoming and limiting beliefs is to actually identify them. You can take some time to reflect on your thoughts and feelings, including how Lola need to feel with all of this huffing and puffing in the background. But what I want you to do is take some time to reflect on your thoughts and feelings. Like, what negative thoughts or beliefs come up when you think about your goals? Like, what is actually hindering you from achieving your future end goal? Are there any recurring themes, such as arguments with your spouse, or arguments with family or friends, or you waking up every day not fulfilling your daily routines, so you feel as though you're not achieving, or even on your off days you feel as though you're not being productive because you're not actually honoring your off day because you're too hungry? There's days where I'm literally over here on a Sunday, or like today, Manifest Monday, where I'm feeling guilty for not actually honoring my days off because I'm sitting over here binge recording, because in my mind I already took a week off last week, so there's no way in the world why I should be over here taking any more time off, and there's nothing that even got dropped for today's podcast for the week coming in. But nonetheless, these are things that we need to identify and become aware of, and not only identify them, but we need to write them down and examine them closely. What's stopping us, and what negative thoughts that we believe about ourselves or the world around us that we're actually holding on to that can actually cause us to self-sabotage when it comes to our business, when it comes to our family and friends, and with even in our personal lifestyles as well. And once you have identified your limiting beliefs, what I want you to do is challenge them. We have to challenge them. You have to start to ask yourself if they are really true, or are they just assumptions that you've made about yourself or the world. Like, you got to look for evidence that contradicts your beliefs and then focus on that instead. You have to focus on that. Once you identify exactly where they're coming from, challenge those thoughts, okay? Another effective way to overcome limiting beliefs is, like I've been preaching to you guys, you have to learn how to reframe them and like reshape your mindset. Instead of seeing them as obstacles, see them as challenges that you have to overcome, and focus on the opportunities and possibilities that lie ahead rather than the limitations. Like in the previous podcast, I had expressed to you guys, if you literally are having the mindset of I have to see it to believe it, but you were saying I cannot believe that I'll be a millionaire because I haven't seen $1 million in my account yet, you are literally contradicting yourself and you're self-sabotaging, and that is the opposite of what I'm trying to teach you when I say contradict your beliefs. You have to believe it, and then you'll start to see it. And that is how you start to reframe and reshape your mindset. Instead of seeing them as obstacles, you see them as challenges that you have to overcome. So you have to start asking yourself, okay, what are some things that keep happening in my life that I can get on top of? For example, I know for a fact anytime that I want to start a new project within my relationship, I have to bring a whole whiteboard out a presentation form. I have to know the beginning to the middle to the end on how I need to present this information to my significant other. And then I have to reshape my mindset to believe in that, okay, well, they're not going to sit over here and feel discouraged and be like, oh, you're outshining me. Or they're not going to sit over here and have that doubt like, I don't think you should do that. You should move on to something else. You're automatically going to see the outcome, the end result of how exactly you want everything to be. And then you're going to focus on those opportunities and possibilities that lie ahead rather than the limitations. You're going to focus on the idea, like the example I gave. Oh yeah, well, my spouse is going to be there. They're going to support me. They're going to wake up every day, send me morning messages. They're going to say, hey babe, I seen your post. I shared it. My friends are inquiring. They want to know what's going on. Or even if they're not they're not that engaged with you. You want to at least reshape your mindset to believe that whatever you literally attach your name to, you're going to go hard for it because anything attached to you is going to win. So by default, you're just naturally going to win. You have to understand that overcoming limiting beliefs is a process that requires self-awareness, a willingness to challenge negative thoughts, and a positive, supportive environment literally goes into play when it comes to reshaping that mindset and changing those limiting beliefs and reframing how you look at things altogether. When it comes to, like I say, being a well-rounded individual, we're going to upgrade and level our words by saying being the best version of yourself. Okay, if you want to become the best version of yourself, you have to have a great support system around you. And with these tools, you can overcome your limiting beliefs and achieve your goals. Limiting beliefs are just those little pesky little monsters that can hold us back from our true potential. But I need you to understand you can't get frustrated because it's literally, you got to chalk that up to the game. Like, it comes with the mindset of you reshifting and wanting to become the best version of yourself. You can't slay those, excuse me, Lola. You can slay those monsters and unleash your inner superhero with the right mindset and tools. But like I said, first things first is we have to identify those sneaky monsters. Take a moment to reflect on your thoughts and feelings and what negative beliefs creep up when you think about your goals. Like I said, after that, you need to write them down and take a closer look. And then you have to challenge those monsters. Are those negative beliefs really true or just assumptions? You have to look for evidence that contradicts those beliefs so you can focus on that instead. And literally, this is where the fun becomes, well, this is where the fun actually begins, because you can reframe those limiting beliefs. And instead of seeing them as obstacles, you see them as challenges to be conquered. So focus on the endless possibility and opportunities that lie ahead. Oh, I'm going to become that millionaire. Start thinking about that financial freedom that is going to give you. Not the amount in your account, but the financial freedom that you are going to have from that total in your account. And last but not least, I want you to understand that you have to surround yourself with positive and supportive people who will uplift and encourage you. You got to seek out mentors like you did with this podcast. Even if you just are new here and you randomly scrolled on this podcast or you've seen it on my Instagram at Funsize Photography, Photography, Photaphy. You know what I'm saying? If you seen it over there and you decided to, let curiosity not make you a cat, you wanted to get the best of it and came over here and found out what was going on. This is where it all begins. This is the fun part. You literally are learning how to master your own self-discipline so you can boost your self-confidence, unbreak those bad habits, and unlearn what you were taught growing up. You have to surround yourself, like I keep saying, with positive and supportive people who will uplift and encourage you. Seek out your mentors and role models who have tackled similar challenges and learn from them. You can go on YouTube and create, like literally, not even create, but you can search in the search bar specific niches and categories that you are trying to uphold. For example, mindset coaches or boudoir photographers or lifestyle coaches or something specifically that you are interested in that can help you become that well-rounded individual so you can become the best version of yourself. So in conclusion, because I don't want to keep talking y'all ears off, but overcoming limiting beliefs is a process that requires self-awareness, a willingness to challenge negative thoughts, and a positive and supportive environment. So grab your sword and shield, okay? For all my anime nerds, grab your sword and shield and go conquer these limiting beliefs like the superhero you are. Grab that edge control and slay those edges. Date yourself and go outside before the snow is the reason you're stuck inside. Treat yourself this Mercury retrograde and tell the universe out loud what it is that you actually want. Okay? And I ain't gonna get too much into the Mercury retrograde because that's not what today's podcast is about. But for all my astrologers out there, y'all already know if you go through drama, which is significant other, or you're going through hectic work lifestyles, it is because the moons is coming through. Sag going through Capricorn season. They already here. The Mercury retrograde doing what it needs to do. I gotta get on top of my little Mercury retrograde books too. But limiting beliefs is literally what we wanted to talk about today, because I have a lot of future podcasts coming up and a lot of future projects as far as wanting to help you guys learn how to love yourself before trying to love someone else. So I want you guys to understand those negative thoughts that hold ourselves, that hold us back, and that hold our abilities or how we think about the world. Like, we need to learn how to achieve those goals so we can actually live up to our true potential. And I am literally going to leave it right there and insert the intro. And as you guys already know, in the words of Street Poet 215, every day you wake up, sweat yourself 10 toes down. And I just want to say I love you guys. Thank you for being supportive. And shout out to you if you left us a review. I am super pumped up and excited. Our impressions in the last week, the last previous podcast, I told you guys it had went from over 100 to 200. We are literally now at over 500 and something impressions. So I just want to say thank you guys for sharing the podcast. Thank you guys for leaving us a review. If you haven't, take the time out to pause this this story right now and go do that for me. Leave me a review. Leave me 5 stars. Rate the show. Let me know that you are loving what I'm putting out so I can continue to put it out. I'm super pumped up, and I personally want to shout out the lady at the market yesterday who I was short on change, but she was like, don't even worry about it. I follow you on Instagram. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm so proud of you. And I just want to say this is why I do what I do, okay? Thank you for showing me, even on, because yesterday I felt like crap too. The weather didn't help. Like, actually going to the market, getting in line, standing there, having a lady talk to me, not even knowing that she knew me or seen my videos. It just motivates me and encourages me to keep putting out this information for you guys. So be sure to leave me a review, leave me a rating for the podcast, and of course 5 stars and up, my boy. But thank you guys. Thank you. I love you. I love you. Be sure to listen to the outro as well. And I'm going to leave it right there and put the outro coming in right about now. Okay, guys, hopefully you learned something in today's show and you're challenging yourself to be a better version of yourself every day. If you don't want to wait for a podcast, you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Funsize Photography. Photography spelled Photography. You can also check out my YouTube channel so you can see my face expressions and put a voice to a visual at Funsize Creations. And if you are looking for more help on your self-love journey, we would love for you to be a part of my Lens King community on Facebook. That's facebook.com/groups/fun and bold. I love you, and I want you to remember to sweat yourself before expecting other people to. And learn how to love yourself before trying to love someone else. And while you are at it, don't forget to leave me a review and be mindful of your journey. Do the work. Do not just say it, but actually do it. If you need an accountability partner, then be sure to get in contact with me via email at funsizphotography@gmail.com. Again, photography is spelled Photography. You guys can send me voice notes and let me know what you need advice on. I read all my emails, comments, and the voice notes are, of course, a lot easier for me because I can respond right then and there and actually can throw those on the podcast as well. So if you would love help during your self-love journey and your self-care journey, do not hesitate to reach out to me. With that being said, be you, do you, and be true. More importantly, learn to love yourself before trying to love someone else. Get out of here and do one thing today that will get you out of your comfort zone because someone has to say it. Mwah. Love you guys. Later for now.